If nobody wants to date single moms, how we all got boyfriends?
Because you look good.
Somebody is lying.
I really want to be respectful saying this, but it's because you guys look good.
Yep.
Like, ladies, y'all know how a lot of men think. They think with the bottom head and not the top head. So if they see an attractive woman and she says, oh, I have a kid, what does that have to do with his end goal? That's what I need some of you to think about. Think about how that man treats you, comes to you, and how involved he's truly trying to be in your life.
Try it up.
Is he just doing what he needs to do to get into your pants? Or is he doing what he needs to do to build a family since you already have a little one? We have never said that y'all don't look good. Some of the most prettiest women in the world are single moms because they got trapped by an evil dude when they was younger. Yes, that's a real thing.
What is wrong with her?
So yes, men will still approach you. Men are definitely going to still talk to you, but I just need some of you to think, which head is this man thinking with? Is he thinking with this head or is he thinking with that bottom head? What is he there for? Is he there to help you build and nurture a child, or is he there just to have fun? I'm saying this in the most respectful way.
Morgan Stanley predicted that 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be single and childless by 2030. One of the reasons is because the number of prime working age women in the US has been increasing steadily, and most of these women are single and completely focused on their career. That single childless women very generally tend to be much more unhappy, much unhealthier, especially mentally, much lonelier and much less fulfilled than women who have a husband and children. This is just statistically true. This has been proven through many different types of studies and research. But this is bigger than a woman's happiness. This is about the bedrock of any healthy society. What is the bedrock of any healthy society? It's not money. It's not buying things. It's not consumerism. It's the family.
And these modern women, they don't want to be social. It's weird. They want to be around their friends, but then somehow they want their man to be around their friends, and they want the man to be a part of their life, but they don't really want to be a part of the man's life. And they keep on saying that they're happy and they're loving life and all of these other things, which I don't doubt that some women are out there. But at some point in time, as humans, man and woman, you're going to want somebody, a friend somewhere that cares about you. Most of the time, you can find that in a companion.
It's the family unit. It's always been that way.
Ladies, the more money you start to make, the harder it's going to be for you to find a partner, because we as women like to date up. Usually we want someone who makes the same amount of money as us or more. Exactly. Whereas men usually date down. They are not hypergamous like we are. So a guy who's making the same amount of...
I want to change that from date down to date with common sense. I date with common sense.
Cash as you or more will usually have no issue dating a Starbucks barista if she's super cute and makes him feel like the biggest man on campus. You probably are not going to date a Starbucks barista, let's be real. So this can mean that your dating pool is smaller. Also, you're competing with women who are probably younger than you, because to get to the point you've gotten to financially takes time. And they're more malleable, easily impressed, they're more in their feminine energy, maybe they're pretty. So you...
Maybe. I think studies show that men prefer women right around the age of 22, right? Doesn't mean that you don't look good. It just means the attractiveness. I think if I'm citing the study correctly, they seem to be that 22 was the age that they found the most attractive. I think what you're trying to say is there's no hope for them, and they're probably going to live out the rest of their days alone.
You have a lot more competition as well. So what can you do to separate yourself from the pack? A few things. First, recognize that you're probably operating in your masculine energy, and men that you're going for do not want that. So you have to lean into your femininity. I have a whole course dedicated to this. It's linked in my bio. Check it out. Second is you have to start investing in your appearance, because the more money a man makes, the more he's going to prioritize that. He already has his wealth. He's looking for a feminine asset who looks good on his arm. So spend the money you're making on things like personal training, estheticians, cosmetic procedures, whatever you got to do. And third, a lot of you don't want to hear this, but date older, okay? Because there's less competition with the older guys.
Don't listen to her. Please don't. Please don't. I know she probably means well, but don't be dumping loads of money into your appearance. You can go to Goodwill and get a nice shirt. You can shop virtually anywhere and get nice clothes. Your appearance Just be clean. That's literally it. That's what most men want. Don't be catfishing and caking yourself up so much that a man can't really even recognize you, who you are, and it scares him. Date older. You can find love at any age. This is once again absolving women of asking the tough questions, seeking and searching for the right man. Once again, we can see the aesthetic, her nails, her rings, eyelashes, eyebrows, hair just like so, makeup just like so. You've got the clothing just like so. Look nice, but last I checked, she didn't have a man, and she's out here coaching women on how to get men without a man. Well, I'm not doing it because I don't want one. Here we go again. Listen, you either do or you don't. Sit down and leave the people who actually know what they're talking about back in the game.
Follow me for more dating tips, and good luck.
If you've seen this before too, girls who are super, super confident, extremely successful.
These women are always single, and there are two reasons why. By the way, I'm speaking from experience. The first reason is because they lead with masculine energy. And it makes sense because if you're an independent, intelligent boss babe, chances are you've had to rely on that masculine energy to get ahead in your career. The problem is it doesn't work in dating though, especially when you're trying to attract a high value man. Because even though these men value those things, they ultimately want a woman who lets them be the man. So if a cashier does a better job at that than the CEO, a man has no problem dating her instead. And the second reason they're always single is because when you know what you bring to the table, you're not afraid to eat alone. The more successful you get, the smaller the pool of men get. And a high value woman is not going to waste time on a guy who's not on her level.
Had to throw. You were going great until you threw that last part of foolishness in there. You got to throw that foolishness in there.
Follow for more, and good luck.
This is for my high value women who are single. Before I didn't care, I used to get so frustrated in dating, meeting someone and then they just were so disappointing. Now I literally don't care and I'm not looking. Right. Couldn't understand why men would dip out so easily. And then I realized a man knows that you are out of his league. He would rather forfeit the game than strike out.
Coping mechanism.
As you're getting to know someone and they're getting to know you, as soon as they realize, oh, this girl is going to expect a lot from me. This girl has high standards and I might not be able to measure up to them. They will walk away or they will mess it up. They will blow it up on purpose just so they don't have to handle the accountability of you holding them to that higher standard or even trying to measure up and then failing because they're incapable of doing so. Remember that whenever you're out of their league, they don't want to strike out. They just will stop showing up to the game. It's not about you. It's about their inadequacy. And to be honest, the right guy isn't even going to make you question it. So just stop wasting your time with losers who aren't in your league.
I like your little analogy about striking out because given the right amount of compensation, people will strike out all day long. So it must be, in some instances, that some modern women are not giving men anything to want to swing at. They don't want to be involved. So why is he going to come out there? He'll strike out. He's not even going to attempt because he don't want to be bothered with stuff like this. You sound like a dude.
Love you guys. Bye.
Big problem. Women want a man that has all of his figured out rather than meeting someone that has an amazing character and that they have compatibility and chemistry with and that they can grow and build a life with. Right. Rather than wanting a man that they can grow and build with, they want a man to already have everything figured out, financially and otherwise.
And they don't have everything figured out, by the way. They're going to dump all their problems on him, just FYI. But you knew that though.
And that is a major problem because we're not in 1970 anymore. The economy is really tough right now. Things are vastly more expensive than they used to be. So putting that kind of pressure on a man to have absolutely everything figured out, it's unrealistic. Do you as a woman have everything figured out? No, none of us do. It's not to say that we don't have amazing things to offer, that we haven't done, awesome things. Like you still want a man who has ambition and drive and wants to be a provider, is a provider, but to expect that he has to have absolutely everything figured out and needs to treat you like a princess and a queen, even though you barely know each other. No, the right man will increase his amount of effort towards you as the dates go on, as he gets to know you more. He's more invested in you. Give men a chance. Stop writing men off too quickly with these crazy standards and these arbitrary metrics. And you are going to increase your chances of meeting a high quality man so much more.
I'm going to like this message, but
it seems like somebody in Canada got some sense. Good job.
What we're not going to do in 2023 is encourage women to become baby mamas. Because why would you put yourself in a situation that socially and legally limits you, but you don't get any of the benefits of being with a man, building with a man, being committed to a man? You understand if that man were to pass away tomorrow, he doesn't have a will, he doesn't have you listed as a beneficiary, he doesn't have any legal protections for you, you have no say in getting anything, right? You understand that if he were to land in a hospital and they were asking if we should put him on life support or take him off, you have no say. Because legally, you're not anyone of importance. Regardless of the role that you think you played in this man's life, the law and society don't care. But you've socially limited yourself. Now you gotta go into a dating pool and tell people that you got a child. Not everyone wants that.
Yep. One side, look, that's why American relationships are...
These last two women, according to modern women, are going to sound like pick-me's, by the way.
Failures. That's why American women on a global context are the worst for relationships, long-term period. That's why the divorce rate is the highest in the world here. And that's why on the desirability level, American women are at the bottom of the global barrel. This is all statistically documented from men, because at the end of the day, the ones who decide if a woman is valuable for a relationship is men.
Well, the man is the person that's going to have to, obviously, propose and buy the ring and all that stuff.
Look at it trying to figure out how to get out of it.
Give them the ring.
Real quick.
Look at it trying to get out of that logic.
I just want to have everybody answer this.
Everyone deserves someone who's just obsessed with them, who wants to be all over them.
Ladies, dating like this will keep you attracting the wrong man. In my last video, y'all kept saying, but Brittany, looks matter, attraction matters. Yes, I agree. I said that later on in the video. However, this false sense of a man needing to be obsessed with you and you needing to be obsessed with him and you do not know him is not logical. It's actually very dangerous, and you're operating in lust, not love and true attraction, when you're obsessed with a perfect stranger that you've only seen and met for a minute. You guys, men don't operate like this. Even if he is so attracted to you, you still have to prove that you are a good woman to him. A man just doesn't automatically assume you are a good woman. He still has to vet and make sure that the outside matches the inside. I don't know who told us that when you're just utterly attracted to somebody and utterly obsessed with somebody that you just met, that is the recipe for a healthy, long-lasting relationship. If the shoe was on the other foot and a man was obsessed with you when he first met you, that man would be a psycho. But really ask yourself, why would somebody be obsessed with me, or why should I be obsessed with somebody that I don't know based off looks alone? What I said in the last video that I think a lot of people missed is the notion that physicality and attraction is all you need. No, that's step number one. Now, her not being attracted to him, that's fair, right? I'm not telling anybody to be with nobody that they're not attracted to. That's not fair to neither people in the situation. But when you see a man that you do not know who is possibly interested in you, and you say, I'm going to turn him down, even though he has great qualities, because I'm not obsessed with him. What? Again, why would you be obsessed with somebody that you did not know? You know what happens when women oftentimes are obsessed with men that they don't know? Those end up being situationships. Those end up being the men that you become a sneaky link with. You also, as a woman, shouldn't want nobody that's just obsessed with you and they don't know you. That means, sir, you don't know how to properly vet. You are so easily gotten. You're very gullible. Right? That's what I'm trying to prevent you guys from falling for. Because if a woman is like, yeah, I need to be obsessed. Why? Why can't you have a healthy attraction where I think he's cute, but you know what? Because I don't know him, let me get to know him first before making all these assumptions that he's a good man, that he's going to treat me right, that he's going to love me right, that he's going to do me right. Too often women fall into this mindset of needing to be obsessed and have all these feelings in the beginning and wonder why they always get the same result, or end up wondering why it leads to nowhere, or ends up wondering why you keep getting the same results with every man who's different from the last, is because of this fake notion that you're supposed to just have all these feelings in the beginning. That's not wise and it's not healthy. When you meet a man that you're attracted to and you want to get to know more, you have to tell yourself, that's just step number one. I'm attracted to him. You should still do your due diligence as a woman to make sure that he is who he says he is. He does what he says he's going to do. You still need to make sure that he's honorable, reliable, consistent. There's other steps besides attraction. So again, am I saying that attraction doesn't matter? Not at all. Attraction is a part of the process. The issue that a lot of people are having though with modern dating is attraction is the only thing they pay attention to. They miss character, they miss values, and they're dating with these unrealistic expectations for somebody who doesn't know you and you don't know. So I just want my women to be a little wiser. If you're dating for marriage and you're dating with intention, that is not how you properly select somebody. Attraction, first step, cool, yes. But to want to be obsessed with a man that you don't know and you wanting him to be obsessed with you?
Yeah, she definitely cooked there. It's double talk. They love freedom. That's what they want to be out there with. I want to be free. They don't want to really date somebody that is stable. Financially, he could be stable, but if he doesn't look like I want him to look, I don't want him. Like exactly, the attraction is fair, but if he doesn't look exactly to the T how I prayed for him to look, I don't want him. Exactly to the T, like I wrote down on my list, all of the qualities I wrote down in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages. I don't want him. Double talk. They're saying they want one thing and then going out and then accepting another. Chad and Tyrone, as we know, right? So once again, you're going to be called a pick-me. They not listening to anything that you said. I'm just assuming that. Hopefully I'm wrong, but that's what I think. They're not listening to you.
The longer you stay single, the more you like never want to get into a relationship ever. Like guys, genuinely, like I get concerned. Like
I want to say from the outset, based on her eyes, she thinks that this is a flex. Based on the giddiness in her voice, she thinks that this is a flex. It's not. It really isn't. You're about to make yourself sound selfish. That's what I see coming.
I don't know if I'm ever going to get in a relationship. I'm like too attached to myself, if that makes sense. Every day I see a new person my age engaged, and I'm just like sitting in a parking lot on a Saturday by myself. Like, what do you mean I'm going to have to think about someone else that's not me? I'm kidding. Like, obviously, whoever wants to date me, like, they're gonna be in competition with myself. Like, I'm gonna put up a great fight. It sounds so conceited in this, but I promise you I'm not. I'm just so used to being alone.
If you want a traditional wife, then be a traditional man. You cannot ask for stay-at-home wifey privileges if you don't have stay-at-home wifey money. You want me to clean the kitchen? I'm happy to clean the kitchen if I get to wake up at 10. I get to clean the kitchen, I get to go lounge by the pool, and then you come home at night. Like, sure, no problem. But if I'm waking up at the crack of dawn with you, we're both going to our 2 very demanding jobs, and then coming home, don't ask me for anything.
You sound stupid. You had me. Hey, listen, we're both going to work, both high demanding, high stress jobs. Let's work on it together. But then you want the man to actually to pay you to relax. I want to be, if you want me to be a stay-at-home woman, a wife, I can do that. But I'm going to wake up at 10 o'clock and I'm going to clean the house and go lounge by the pool. Stupid. Get your silly behind back in that house and do the work. I need food on the table. Other stuff needs, just because you're a stay-at-home woman, wife, does not mean that you don't be outside the house running errands. That there is not other, you are a homemaker. I think modern women have forgotten that you are a homemaker. Just because you are stay-at-home wife does not mean that you be in the house all day. Well, I got my task done. I guess I'm just going to sit down and watch TV. Dishes ain't done. Clothes ain't folded. There's a lot of other stuff that needs to be done. Do something. The man's at work all day, and all you did in 8 hours, 12 hours was clean the kitchen. Now I understand getting the house in the way that you want it, so you really don't have to clean and if it's just you two, especially if it's just you two, you're not gonna have to do a lot of work. But if you have kids, you're probably gonna be cleaning the house every day, right? They ain't gonna be lounging by no pool, and I don't hear nothing about nobody lounging by no pool. This is our agreement. You need to be doing something. What do you think of high value man? Anyway, you crazy.
You're not willing to do.
Get eaten alive, but I'm just going to say it. Mm-hmm. And this is going to sound terrible.
Yep.
I think that we as women don't understand all the things that we disqualify ourselves from for making bad decisions in the moment. What I mean by that is when you do get pregnant by multiple men. What I mean by that is when you are okay with gaining 50 to 100 pounds. What I mean by that is when you're not drinking water. What I mean by that is when you're not taking care of yourself. You literally are disqualifying yourself from a masculine man. Why? Because
more than that, don't even worry about the man. You're disqualifying yourself from a better life, a healthier life. Don't even worry about the dude right now. Worry about yourself. Take care of yourself.
One of the number one things that a masculine man wants is a visually appealing woman. That's what is going to get him to the door. Now, your character is what gets him to stay. But if you want the best, you have to be the best, because the best isn't choosing average. So we really need to date inside of our, like, what's inside of our realm. And the truth is, the more that you allow yourself not to be disciplined with how you grow mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, and energetically, you are either subconsciously or consciously disqualifying yourself from the best man that you could deserve.
I'm laughing because I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know who's going to measure up to these women because all of them 10. So I don't know who's going to be on their level.
Or have. But the truth is, most women don't really have that coming. They're lazy. Lazy spiritually, lazy emotionally, lazy physically, lazy energetically. And when you're beautiful, I think some of the most beautiful women are some of the most lazy women, lazy and entitled. Right? So I think that when you're just honest with yourself and what you want and your desires, man, when a beautiful woman, and I'm talking about societal beauty, right? When a beautiful woman also has character, you are a freaking unicorn. Mm-hmm. When a beautiful woman has character and takes care of herself, you are a platinum needle in a haystack, as my mom has always said, right? You've got to do the things based on the result that you want. Mm-hmm. Now, if you just want to run through these men, get some dinners paid for, get a bag here and there, take a trip twice a year on that man and just take pictures of his arm, great. If that's what you want, then do you, boo. But if you want something of substance and you want a man that genuinely desires you, wants to provide for you, take care of you, spoil you, and has the character to suffice with that, then you got to be better.
A lot of people don't. They want to be better, but don't want to be better.
But the point is, just because it's simple doesn't mean that it's easy. And in order to have a life you want, you have to do what's hard.
That's it.
Don't talk to nobody unless they make $6K plus. You don't reach for your wallet for nothing.
Right.
Were you in the presence of a man? Mm-hmm. And you do not go above and beyond for a man.
What else?
Okay. You let them do all the going above and beyond for you. And you will never have to heal again. Ever. So y'all stop healing and start getting some standards. Because the more you heal, the faster someone's going to come and break your heart again. And then it's going to have to heal again. And then it's going to get broke again. And then you're going to heal again.
But sure, don't you think that they keep on getting broken because they keep on picking the same stupid and trash men? So instead of trying to play this game, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to play this game. You're going to be like, what's her name? Eileen Wuornos. It's the same attitude. Not saying that you're going to be out there taking people out, eliminating people. But her attitude was, forget this world, forget men. I'm going to get over on every single man because for whatever reason, I feel like they got over on me and I hate them. That's what you're telling them to do. Get over on men because of whatever reason. Don't heal. Don't waste your time on that. Just worry about getting the bag from men and you'll be okay. And you won't have to pick yourself up because you'll be getting all of these things. You can do that later. The problem is you're going to run into somebody that plays the game better than you do. And you're going to get burned. You're going to get burned so bad to the point, and that man is going to know that he's crushing you, and he's going to try to crush you. And in fact, he's going to do that Mufasa Scar type scene to where he looks you in the eye. Long live the queen, and lets you go right off of the cliff. Figuratively speaking, just so I don't get in trouble. He's going to let you go, and he's going to crush your soul to where you just want to stay in the house, cry all day. All men are trash. But don't take my word for it. I'm going to let you have that experience, and you just let me know down in the comments how it goes. But that's just my opinion. Until the next video, I'm out.